Take a slow breath in. Allow your attention to settle. Now imagine you are working with someone on a project that depends on cooperation. Both sides benefit if the collaboration works. The opportunity could grow quickly if each person contributes fully. In the early conversations, the energy felt strong. Ideas moved easily between you. Plans formed naturally. Each of you described how the collaboration could create value for both sides. At that stage, cooperation felt simple. Then the project begins moving from conversation into action. Responsibilities become clearer. Resources need to be committed. Time and effort must now be invested. This is the moment when cooperation becomes more complex. Because cooperation requires trust, and trust always carries risk. You pause for a moment and observe the situation carefully. In many partnerships, the tension begins when one person commits earlier than the other. One side begins investing time, effort, or reputation before knowing whether the other side will match that commitment. When that happens repeatedly, something subtle begins to shift. The person taking the larger risk becomes cautious. Not because they want the collaboration to fail, but because they need to understand whether the cooperation is truly mutual. You notice a similar moment forming in your own situation. Instead of reacting quickly, you slow the conversation. In the next meeting, you say calmly, "I want to make sure the structure of this partnership works well for both of us as we move forward." You pause briefly and continue. As we start committing resources, what would balanced contribution look like from each side? The question brings attention to something important. Cooperation works best when both sides invest in ways that feel proportional. When contribution becomes one-sided, cooperation quietly weakens. The other person begins explaining their perspective. You listen carefully. Sometimes hesitation appears because they are uncertain about the scale of the opportunity. Sometimes they want to move forward but need more internal alignment. Sometimes the structure simply has not been clarified yet. Rather than assuming their intentions, you guide the conversation toward transparency. You say, "Maybe it would help to define the first stage more clearly. For example, what would each of us contribute during the first 90 days? The room becomes more focused. Instead of debating long-term expectations, the discussion moves toward a short-term structure. This reduces risk for both sides. Cooperation becomes easier when the first step is small and visible. You also watch the pattern of behavior that follows. Do commitments happen when promised? Do updates arrive without prompting? Do small agreements hold? In cooperative relationships, small signals matter. They reveal whether both sides are building trust through action. You continue guiding the collaboration in a steady way. In a later conversation, you say, "If this first stage works well, we can expand the partnership further." That way, both sides build confidence as we go. This approach changes the dynamic. Instead of asking for full trust immediately, you allow trust to grow through repeated interaction. Over time, the partnership either strengthens naturally or reveals where alignment is limited. Both outcomes are useful. Strong cooperation compounds. Misalignment becomes visible early before larger commitments are made. Take another steady breath. Notice how the situation now feels. Cooperation no longer depends on assumption. It grows through visible contribution. You understand something valuable about strategic relationships. Trust is not created through promises. It develops through repeated signals of reliability. By structuring cooperation carefully, you protect both the opportunity and the relationship. And that allows collaboration to grow in a way that remains stable, even when uncertainty is present.